What can I say? Why am I so hot? Why am I so cold? Who has money to burn? Am I insulated? Where do I get that insulation stuff? And how much money can I save? What do you mean, do I have good sense? You? How do I get it? How about weather stripping? What would my neighbors say? Do I have enough energy? What if I want to use less? What's better for the environment? Who do I talk to? I'll come out to my house for free? Well, who makes house calls anymore? What if I have more questions? Does anybody have the answers? Does anybody care?
Rutherford basketball preparing for a regional game. Details at 10.
NBC Mini-Series based on a true story.
How the hell are we going to come up with 400 grand?
I'm the one who built this business and handed it to you in a platter.
I got to get him out of my life.
My husband would never do such a thing.
You just don't kill your parents.
They were the perfect family who seemed to have everything. Everything but the love between a father and his sons.
I'm the one who decides what we will or will not do.
Not going to win this time.
A bitterness that turned to hatred.
They're both in the car.
But could they have done the unthinkable and murdered their own parents?
Oh, lawyer!
A faithful wife is caught in one of the most controversial murder cases in California history.
My husband is innocent.
But is she helping the man she loves?
I swear I had nothing to do with this.
I ordered them both to stand trial.
Or bringing home a killer?
Believe in me anymore, do you?
We're running out of time.
Elliot Gould, Mimi Rogers.
We're gonna be okay.
Some lines should never be crossed. And now, NBC presents Bloodlines, Murder in the Family.
The new four-wheel drive 175 horsepower Isuzu Rodeo. It's the vehicle some of you have been waiting for a long time. The Isuzu Rodeo, practically amazing.
There's a smart way to doctor a cough. Robitussin cough drops.
Try this, it works.
With an active ingredient that speeds soothing relief to your cough.
Try this, it works.
Robitussin cough drops. Cough drops from the cough experts.
Your teeth aren't flat, are they? Of course not. If they were, a flat brush would be ideal. But since your teeth are shaped like this, we designed our brush like this. Introducing Crest Complete. Your dentist uses special instruments that get between teeth. Crest Complete gets between too, up to 37% farther than the leading flat bristle brush. So to help maintain a dentist clean at home, get new Crest Complete. Only Crest could make a brush this complete.
How about Uncle Duke? Do we call him much?
No.
Thank you, Uncle Duke. Next. Thank you. Next.
It's tough finding people for one of those long-distance calling circles.
Next.
Call us. Call us. Hey, you don't need to go through a cast of thousands because the most from Sprint makes things easier. The most saves you each month on whomever you call the most automatically.
Hey! I'm your father!
All over the world, if we promise radiant smoothing of sensitive skin.
You know that it's true. It happens instantly. You can see the results.
Oil of Olay for sensitive skin. We keep our promise to young skin.
A woman lost without a past, but when Unsolved told her story. See how you brought her back home. A new mystery update. Then an interrogation that will leave you breathless.
Look me in the eyes and you tell me that you did not do it!
An all-new homicide after Unsolved Mysteries. NBC Wednesday. Arresting television.
Look inside the criminal mind.
You think you left the cops anything to work with?
I sure as hell hope not.
Now, a groundbreaking drama takes you inside the mind of the criminal and the cops who must corner them.
These were clever people you were dealing with.
We were lucky it didn't blow up in our faces.
From the producer of Law & Order, Crime and Punishment premieres on NBC Wednesday.
You know those credit card commercials where they tell you to jaunt off to someplace with crystal clear water and really strange fruit and don't bother packing because you can charge everything once you get there? This isn't one of them, okay? Any decent credit card can do that. We're taking our MasterCard to the supermarket. How's that for exotic? Now that you mention it, I guess it is kind of exotic. I mean, you've got a MasterCard, they've got the fruit, right? What's a kumquat? Whatever it is, they're $5 for a quarter. Want crystal clear water? They have aisles of it. And now, no card is more accepted on the planet, including supermarkets. So you don't have to worry about exact change or losing your receipt or whether you even remember to record how much your check was for in the first place. It's just another smart way you can use your MasterCard. Only when you get your statement, you don't have a conniption. You just have a record of your grocery spending for the month. And a couple kumquats. MasterCard. It's more than a credit card. It's smart money.
Make your hair beautiful with Prefrences by Loreal. It gives me shining color and nothing conditions better. So buck up, develop an attitude. I sure did. Just say, I'm worth it.
Rich Conditioning Prefrences by Loreal.
When we set out to design the new GEO Prizm, the possibilities were endless. Then, step by step, we built a car that's as well thought out as it is well engineered. Once you see the end result, we think you'll agree. It all came together beautifully. Get to know the newest GEO Prizm, at your Chevrolet GEO dealers.
Whoa, Domino's is cooking! Because now we're giving you something for nothing. Now buy our new large bacon cheddar cheeseburger pizza at regular price, and you get a medium one-topping pizza free. That's really something. Something for nothing when you call Domino's.
Bloodlines, Murder in the Family will return following these messages.
She had a love affair with America.
Marilyn.
Her death shrouded in mystery.
I can rehearse tomorrow.
There may not be a tomorrow. But when she tempts Sam...
Come on in.
Every man that ever met her fell in love with her.
He will change history.
Don't let her die.
You saved my life.
Quantum Leap for the Love of Marilyn, NBC Tuesday. Look inside the criminal mind.
You think you left the cops anything to work with?
I sure as hell hope not.
For the first time, a groundbreaking drama takes you inside the mind of a criminal.
What would you do if somebody put $1 million on a silver platter in front of you?
And into the minds of the cops who must corner them. Because to catch a criminal, you have to think like one.
These were clever people you were dealing with.
We were lucky it didn't blow up in our faces.
From the producer of Law & Order, Crime and Punishment premieres Wednesday on NBC.
To play this game, you got to have the drive, you got to have the moves, you got to have the love, but most importantly...
Hey man, you got the ball?
No, I ain't got the ball. You got it? Say what?
You got to have the ball.
Somebody better bring the ball.
Supposed to bring the ball?
Hey, Chumps. Want a game?
The new Streetball. It's a Rawlings, it's only $4.99 and only at Pizza Hut. Get one, because nobody plays without the ball.
Big storms in the forecast. Details at 10.
Bloodlines, Murder in the Family continues, starring Mimi Rogers and Elliot Gould.
lunch interesting. Day after day after day. So Hillshire Farm gives you delicious varieties of sliced meats like brown sugar baked ham, pastrami, and honey roasted turkey breast, slow roasted in their natural juices. And with over 17 varieties, you get the same reaction.
Yes.
Every time. You can taste the difference when it comes from Hillshire Farm.
Frothy, creamy, cappuccino. The Cappuccino monks may have invented it, but it took Maxwell House to make it so deliciously simple. Maxwell House Cappuccino. All it takes to make great cappuccino today.
Opening night. Sold-out performance. Brilliant cast. Strong plot. Treachery. Deceit. Murder. And all you can think about is the drive home.
This morning my hair was straight. Then Bill called, so I decided to go curly. I used Wash and Curl, the curling shampoo.
Wash and Curl with special curl enhancers that work right in the shower.
Thank you, Wash and Curl.
Wash and Curl, the curling shampoo.
January, he was Mr. Right. February, Mr. Wrong. March, he's back. There's only one calling plan that adjusts with you. Off again, on again, never again. It's the most from Sprint. The most saves you on whomever you call the most each month. Even when it changes, it's automatic. Could be the easiest part of your relationship.
In a faraway land, in the hands of the enemy, women and children become prisoners of war, stripped of their dignity and their hope.
They've taken everything.
One brave woman gives them the courage to go on.
I know what has to be done, and I think I should do it.
From the triumphant bestseller, Jenna Rowland's Silent Cries, NBC next Monday.
NBC salutes all of the winners of the 1993 Soap Opera Awards, including Days of Our Lives, voted Outstanding Daytime Drama. Congratulations.
Bloodlines, Murder in the Family will return following these messages.
Friday, from actual case files, a daring robbery turns deadly.
Don't hurt my family! Don't make me!
Secret Service, now NBC Friday at 8, 7 Central.
She's a juror on a murder trial.
Scoggins didn't do it.
But the real killer may be sitting beside her. Dwight Schultz, A Different World's Jasmine Guy, A Killer Among Us, NBC Friday. Look inside the criminal mind.
You think you left the cops anything to work with?
I sure as hell hope not.
For the first time, a groundbreaking drama takes you inside the mind of a criminal.
What would you do if somebody put $1 million on a silver platter in front of you?
And into the minds of the cops who must corner them. Because to catch a criminal, you have to think like one.
These were clever people you were dealing with.
We were lucky it didn't blow up in our faces.
From the producer of Law and Order, Crime and Punishment premieres Wednesday on NBC.
When I grow up, I want to be an electrical engineer.
As a little girl, I was curious about how radios work. I knew there was no one inside the radio. There were voices, but the radio's too small to hold a person. Now, as an electrical engineer, I work on things that are even smaller than a radio. For example, using a laser, I can send more than 20,000 voices through this glass tube we call a fiber. What I like most about my job is starting with the design idea and working until it becomes something real. As an engineer, you have to write a description of your design, so writing and spelling are important. And you have to enjoy math and science. That could be tough, but don't give up. What you learn now will help you solve much larger problems later. If you're curious about things like how a radio works, save up and get a radio hobby kit and build it. And if you find someone inside, be sure to let me know.
When I grow up.
This message brought to you by McDonald's and Bay Bank.
Oh, just one look, and I knew that you were the only one.
Whatever you're looking for, you can find it with just one look in the real Yellow Pages.
Just one look, that's all it took. Just one look.
The real Yellow Pages from Southern Bell.
The Baybank hearings resume. An update at 10.
Murder in the Family continues, starring Mimi Rogers and Elliot Gould.
I'm a morning person. I've been away 11 days, and tomorrow I'm gonna go to Dallas, Chicago, Detroit.
What makes us all the same is that we're all different. And for all of us individuals, AT&T introduces the I-Plan, the first personalized long distance for people with their own friends, their own lives, and their own priorities. I is for simple, like calling plans without complications. People who speak your language, and 139 others. A credit card that also lets you call around the world, the AT&T Universal Card. I is for new ways to be there.
I can see you.
You can do things that used to be impossible from almost anywhere on Earth. Now imagine having your own iPad. I is for individual, only from AT&T.
I love mushrooms.
The Ragu chef makes new Ragu Chunky Garden-style super mushroom pasta sauce with as many mushrooms as these 3 mushroom sauces combined.
The sauce will be my mushroom masterpiece.
New Ragu Super Mushroom.
Extraordinary sauce.
After beating Honda Accord and Toyota Camry in an unprecedented 100,000-mile real-world test with lower total cost, one might expect this Oldsmobile Achieva to be showing a few signs of wear and tear. But the best thing about an Achieva is it just seems to get better with age. Enduring quality. It's what the Oldsmobile Achieva is all about. It's your money.
To taste delicious ice cream is to remember how it feels to be a kid. The excitement, the fun, the absolute joy. So taste some luscious, cool, creamy ice cream. Ice cream makes you feel like a kid again.
When Jeffrey catches a cold, we see the pediatrician.
I love my pediatrician. He's my dad.
He recommends Dimetap Elixir.
Doctors have recommended the Dimetap brand over 200 million times. It relieves sneezing, nasal congestion, runny noses.
And Jeffrey really likes the great taste.
Doctors recommend Dimetap for their families and yours. Now get the great taste of Dimetap Elixir in new Dimetap chewable tablets.
Amnesia. A woman lost without a past, but when Unsolved told her story. See how you brought her back home. A new mystery update. Then, an interrogation that will leave you breathless.
Look me in the eyes and you tell me that you did not do it!
An all-new homicide after Unsolved Mysteries. NBC Wednesday. Arresting television.
Teens who drink and drive. They're killing themselves and others on the road today. Would a nighttime curfew on their driving time save lives? You decide tomorrow on NBC Nightly News.
2 men married to the same woman.
You are not Marlene's husband.
You drove her away. Don't you be telling me I drove her away.
One fighting to keep her.
It is time that you got out of our lives.
The other determined to get her back.
We had a life together. This is my life, and I'm not giving it up for anybody.
Days of Our Lives. It's getting good. NBC Daytime.
Something's missing. Today's pork. What's missing? 31% of the fat, 14% of the calories. Taste what you could be missing. Pork, the other white meat.
The Isuzu Rodeo was voted Best Buy in its category by Motor Trend magazine in 1991, and again in 92, and yet again in 93. Now we're not complaining, but we don't know how much more of this we can take.
You've thought they were the only way to fight stains, but there's something with power that hits stains
like a hammer. Power that cuts stains like a knife. It's not a pre-treater. It's new Ultra Era. Now so powerful, you actually use less. This pre-treater can't beat this stain even with detergent. But watch Era cut through with just a spray of water. For power that comes on like thunder. It's Ultra Era, the power tool for stains.
Once you discover that Kellogg's Frosted Flakes have always been fat-free, you may find they taste even better. Fat-free Kellogg's Frosted Flakes.
They're great.
We thought we'd been everywhere, seen everything. We were wrong.
We're back to the bone. We're back to the bone.
These guys were weird, and we liked it. Later, they took us to the Tower of Blood. Brother, tomorrow we ride again.
Bloodlines, Murder in the Family will return following these messages.
Tune into Jay's show with the crying game Stephen Ray and those flying people Cirque du Soleil. Then on late night, Jerry Seinfeld's having beverage problems tonight.
Having kids, for some it seems an impossible dream, but there is hope. Revolutionary techniques promise miracles. The facts on infertility, all this week on Today.
Good evening. Coming up on 7 News at 10, testimony in the Bay Bank hearings resumed today. The state comptroller's office is trying to have the Christos removed from operation and control of Bay Bank. In our medical report, a look at premature menopause. What do young women do when they are faced with menopause before their time? I'm Amy Hoyt. We hope you'll join us for these stories and more, plus updated sports and weather here on 7 News at 10.
Good move, Jim. Simple strategy. You know, you just can't beat time out on the deck.
Right, Coach. When you build with Osmos pressure-treated pine by Great Southern Wood, you get a pure, clean product with a lifetime guarantee. Now that's simple strategy.
Jimmy, at Florida State, we call it Seminole strategy. Remember, if it doesn't say Osmos on the yellow tag, believe me, you don't want it.
When we check a patient's eyes, it's not just for glasses. They want to know whether there's anything wrong with their eyes. It's a comprehensive exam. An optometrist does not just give you a prescription. He checks the total health of the eyes.
Master Eye Associates, on the premises at iMasters.
Thick lenses? Well, lighten up. Slim Light lenses from iMasters are up to 35% thinner and lighter than ordinary lenses. And now Slim Lights are $35 off with iMasters coupons. See store for details. And lighten up at iMasters.
Rutherford basketball preparing for a regional game. Details at 10.
Bloodlines, Murder in the Family continues, starring Mimi Rogers and Elliot Gould.
Country on business. You've probably noticed that more and more Alamo rent-a-cars are turning up in the best-known business regions. In the Sun Belt, the Grain Belt, as well as inside the Beltway. You see our Cadillacs on Wall Street, our convertibles in Tinseltown, and our LeSabres in the Loop. That's because no matter which belt, corridor, or coast you travel to on business, you're in Alamo territory. With more on-airport locations than ever. Express service coming and going. Low nationwide rates. And of course with Alamo, all the miles are free. Including the ones in places where doing business isn't all business. Alamo, where all the miles are free.
Introducing Wendy's Monterey Ranch Chicken Sandwich.
That looks good. May I have a bite?
That's a new chicken sandwich from Wendy's. Made with a whole breast filet.
This looks great.
Monterey Jack cheese.
That's right.
And ranch dressing with bacon, but do yourself a favor.
Buy two.
macaroni spaghetti recipe. With ordinary grated topping? Oops. Some are 1/3 fats and fillers, but Kraft is 100% grated Parmesan for 100% great taste. Granny would approve.
Just off the coast of Alaska runs some of the world's finest salmon. And when they do, Jim Herford knows they won't wait for a sinus headache. Thankfully, there's Tylenol Sinus, with maximum strength decongestant for the pressure, plus something no other sinus medicine has. Tylenol Pain Reliever, the one that's cared for more Americans, including the guy who has to bring home the cash. Tylenol Sinus, the strength you need from the name you trust.
Look inside the criminal mind.
You think you left the cops anything to work with?
I sure as hell hope not. Now, a groundbreaking drama takes you inside the mind of the criminal and the cops who must corner them.
These were clever people you were dealing with.
We were lucky it didn't blow up in our faces.
From the producer of Law and Order, Crime and Punishment premieres on NBC Wednesday. She went around the world to escape her ex-husband.
He is following me around Paris.
What should have been the vacation of her life.
This man is dangerous.
She may never live to tell about. Connie Selica, Ed Marinero. Passport to Murder, NBC Sunday.
Okay, time for my little sex test. How many people will you sleep with this weekend? 1. Well, guess what? Even when you sleep with just one person, you're exposed to everyone that person has slept with and all the people those people have slept with and people who are carrying diseases that can make you infertile or maybe even kill you. So do yourself a favor. Find out about sexually transmitted diseases and learn how to protect yourself.
She had a love affair with America.
Marilyn.
Her death shrouded in mystery.
I can rehearse tomorrow.
There may not be a tomorrow.
But when she tempts Sam,
Come on in.
Every man that ever met her fell in love with her.
he will change history.
Don't let her die.
You saved my life.
Quantum Leap for the Love of Marilyn, NBC Tuesday.
Always Coca-Cola.
Sure. Unsure. Sure. Unsure. Sure Solid has the most effective wetness fighting ingredient you can buy. So when dryness counts, be sure to be dry.
So, you really like that, huh?
Oh yeah, it's great.
Things you never heard about a Bran cereal before.
It's Bran.
It's what?
It's Bran.
No, it isn't. Isn't Bran mushy? These flakes are crunchy.
Kellogg's Frosted Bran is different. It's lightly frosted and very crunchy even in milk.
Hey, Mom, the cereal you got? That's really good.
Kellogg's Frosted Bran. It sure doesn't sound like Bran.
So you like them?
All pain relievers are not the same. Introducing aspirin-free Anacin Maximum Strength Gel Caplets. Strong against stubborn headaches, easy to swallow, gentle on your stomach. New Gel Caplets, the newest form in pain relief of aspirin-free Anacin.
He likes milk and show. He's got great muscle tone. He likes milk and show. And strong, healthy bones. She likes milk and show. Baby, soft skin, bright eyes, a healthy grin. She likes milk and show. Milk, it does her body good. With vitamin A to help keep eyes bright, calcium for healthy teeth, and protein to help build muscle. When you drink milk, it shows. He likes milk and show. It does her body good. He likes milk and show. It does her body.
tomorrow.
I order them both to stand trial.
Learn the secret that outraged the country.
Stewart failed the lie detector test.
We will be asking for the gas chamber.
And shattered a family.
You want to end up in jail like your father?
Have you reached a verdict?
NBC presents the whole story.
We find the defendant.
Bloodlines, the conclusion tomorrow.
Hi, I'm Katie Couric. Coming up this week on Today, we'll talk about a problem that's affecting thousands of people in this country, infertility. For some, having kids these days is not so easy, but there is hope through some new revolutionary techniques. We'll talk about how couples are dealing with infertility all week long. Also, Uma Thurman, Bill Murray, and Ed Marinero will be here, plus a performance by singer Kim Carnes. So join us all this week here on Today.
Look inside the criminal mind. Crime and Punishment NBC Wednesday.
There's more than a 90% chance you'll be in an auto crash at some point during your lifetime. Do you know when it will happen? Will you be ready? Can you avoid it? No one knows for sure.
Look out!
But if you're wearing a safety belt at the time of an accident, you stand a better chance of surviving, even walking away without serious injury. It happens every day. There's simply no excuse. Just buckle up.
In part 2 of our special series, Cheating Spouses, is it all in the...
On the next Golden Girls.
I don't want a TV crew coming in here messing up my kitchen.
How about shooting in your bedroom, Blanche? The equipment's already set up.
And it's lights, camera, action.
I found some real Cecile.
Boy, do you stink.
As the ladies make their acting debut.
That's a mighty lousy pizza.
And the director's losing patience.
If I wanted this kind of abuse, I'd be directing the Roseanne Barr show.
They're going Hollywood on the next Golden Girls.
Wednesday at 11:30 on WJHG.
Big thunderstorms heading our way, the forecast at 10.
NBC Mini-Series based on a true story. They were the perfect family who seemed to have it all.
I love your kids.
I love you.
But behind closed doors, they were living a lie.
How the hell are we going to come up with 400 grand?
A lie that divided a father and his sons.
I'm the one who decides what we will or will not do.
He's not going to win this time.
It was a bitterness that turned to hatred.
They're both in the car.
But could they have done the unthinkable?
One day, we'll be rid of them for good.
And murdered their own parents.
Hold on, lawyer!
A faithful wife must hold her family together.
We're gonna be okay.
And defend the man she loves.
The prosecution's going to say that your in-laws were murdered for the insurance money. I swear I had nothing to do with this.
My husband is innocent.
Tonight,
I order them both to stand trial.
the real story behind one of the most controversial murder cases in California history.
Stewart failed the lie detector test.
We will be asking for the gas chamber.
Elliot Gould,
Have you reached a verdict?
Mimi Rogers,
We find the defendant.
and now Bloodlines, Murder in the Family.
Years ago, I took Tylenol for tough headaches, but sometimes it didn't get rid of all the pain. Back then, my doctor prescribed some medicine that really helped. The same medicine I can get in non-prescription strength, in Advil. For my tough headaches, 2 Advil work better than 2 Tylenol gel caps. Nowadays, when a tough headache starts, I take what works better for me, Advil. Maybe you do get smarter with age.
And for a cold, try Advil Cold and Sinus, advanced formula for the cold season.
How do you give low-saturated fat oils like canola a different taste? Add corn oil.
Only new Mazzola Right Blend blends the leading corn oil with canola, with 1 gram of saturated fat per serving.
Blend good taste into your healthy cooking with new Mazzola Right Blend.
It's that time of year again.
Hi. He just flew in. Hey, look at me.
The annual family get-together. Well, this year, MCI's found a better way to bring everybody together. Introducing Friends and Family Day, Friday, March 19th. A new MCI holiday when friends and family members can save up to 50% on daytime calls. So forget all the craziness. Pick up the phone instead on MCI Friends and Family Day, Friday, March 19th.
You're on the set. When the lights come up and the camera starts to roll, there's no place to hide. And even one flake of dandruff, even one, can ruin it all. That's why I use Head & Shoulders. You know, it's even better than it was just a couple of years ago. Today's Head & Shoulders gets to 10 times more of the places dandruff starts. Put it to the test. Prove it to yourself. Head & Shoulders and Head & Shoulders 2-in-1. Because great hair can't have flakes.
To play this game, you gotta have the love, but most importantly...
Hey, man, you got the ball?
No, I ain't got the ball. You got it? Say what?
You gotta have the ball. The new Streetball. It's a Rawlings. It's only $4.99 and only at Pizza Hut.
Hey, Chubbs. Want a game?
Jeep Grand Cherokee Limited. With an available 220 horsepower V8 and exclusive standard driver's side airbag, no other vehicle gives you so much latitude.
Hi, I'm Barry Levinson, producer of Homicide. If you're wondering when we're on the air, you remember the Michael Jackson special? Well, we were opposite that. Remember when the president spoke to the nation? We were preempted for it. How about the Grammys? You got it. We were opposite that. So where are we this week? Well, just look for the biggest television special, and then flip to NBC.
Wednesday, an interrogation of a killer that will leave you breathless.
Look me in the eye and you tell me that you did not do it.
All new Homicide, NBC Wednesday.
You're witnessing a highly sophisticated conversation. It's between the BMW 325i and the driver. It's not based on the language of words, but of feelings. How the wheel feels to the fingertips. How the pedals feel to the foot. How the seat feels to the body. But what's truly amazing isn't that this entire conversation took place in just 2.7 seconds, but that it took place at all.
For a thicker, greener lawn, you could get a PhD in lawn care. Or hire an expensive lawn care service. Or you could get the new Scott's Lawn Care System. It's an annual weeding and feeding program that's as simple as ABC. Bag A, you apply in early spring. B, in late spring. C, in the fall. The new Scott's Lawn Care System. It just doesn't get any simpler than this. There is a difference in lawn care. The Scott's difference.
She likes milk and it shows. She's got great muscle tone. She likes milk and it shows. Strong, healthy bones. He likes milk and it shows. Baby, soft skin, bright eyes, a healthy grin. He likes milk and it shows.
Milk does a body good with vitamin A to help keep skin smooth, calcium for strong bones, and protein to help build muscle. When you drink milk, it shows.
She likes milk and it shows. It does a body good.
In an emergency, reaction time is critical. So when one of these volunteers gets a cold, should she take a cold or allergy medicine that can cause drowsiness? Or new Sudafed 12-hour caplets, the original prescription-strength nasal decongestant that relieves stuffiness and lets you stay alert.
Great.
For long-lasting, non-drowsy relief,
You gotta eat quick. It's okay.
back this way. Depend on Sudafed 12-hour, because people depend on you, from the makers of Sudafed.
Get ready for the biggest catch of the day. Chunky, the big soup, brings you New England clam chowder. Stupendously succulent clams, prodigious pieces of potato, blended together in a tremendously rich, creamy broth. Though the chunks are big enough for a fork, use a big spoon to get every deliciously satisfying bite. Chunky New England clam chowder. Soup so big, it eats like a meal.
Bloodlines, Murder in the Family, will return following these messages.
Look inside the criminal mind.
You think you left the cops anything to work with?
I sure as hell hope not. Now, a groundbreaking drama takes you inside the mind of the criminal and the cops who must corner them.
These were clever people you were dealing with.
We were lucky it didn't blow up in our faces.
From the producer of Law & Order, Crime and Punishment premieres on NBC Wednesday.
play this game, you got to have the drive, you got to have the moves, you got to have the love, but most importantly...
Hey, man, you got the ball? No, I ain't got the ball. You got it? Say what?
You got to have the ball.
Somebody better bring the ball. Supposed to bring the ball?
Hey, Chumps. Want a game?
The new Streetball. It's a Rawlings, it's only $4.99 and only at Pizza Hut. Get one, because nobody plays without the ball.
Freshman legislators learn a lesson, the story at 10.
Well.
We're at this Greasy Spoon to make a point about greasy stains and Whisk Power Scoop. Greasy stains can be the worst kind of stains. Stains like this and this. Ordinary detergent action barely budges tough grease, but Whisk Power Scoop doesn't work like ordinary detergents. It's organically powered to release the grease like that, to clean your whole wash like this and this. So when it comes to grease, you're either Whisk or without. Whisk.
Here's the chicken.
And stovetop stuffing.
Voila!
Oh, you brought stovetop. Stovetop stuffing.
Oh, we knew you loved all the herbs and spices.
Celery and onion.
Right?
I know.
Jimmy told us.
You can never get enough stovetop stuffing.
At Hillshire Farm, we know it's hard to keep lunch interesting. Day after day after day. So Hillshire Farm gives you delicious varieties of sliced meats like brown sugar baked ham, pastrami, and honey roasted turkey breast, slow roasted in their natural juices. And with over 17 varieties, you get the same reaction.
Yes.
Every time. You can taste the difference when it comes from Hillshire Farm.
To taste delicious ice cream is to remember how it feels to be a kid. The excitement, the fun, the absolute joy. So taste some luscious, cool, creamy ice cream. Ice cream makes you feel like a kid again.
Oh, yeah. Consider the interest you're paying on your credit card. Thanks to Smart Rate from the Discover card, there's a chance to go lower. Now, the more you choose the Discover card when making purchases, the lower your rate can go. And since there's still no annual fee, that's a whole new bottom line. Smart Rate, as low as 14.9%. Check your mail for your pre-approved application. It pays to Discover.
Bloodlines, Murder in the Family will return following these messages.
Tune into The Tonight Show with Rosanna Arquette and singer Alan Jackson. Then on Late Night, Who's Interviewing Who with Larry King and actress Marissa Tomei tonight.
Two men unable to give up on one woman. You're not Marlene's husband. I still love her. Find out who she'll choose on Days of Our Lives, NBC Daytime.
Look inside the criminal mind.
You think you left the cops anything to work with?
I sure as hell hope not.
For the first time, a groundbreaking drama takes you inside the mind of a criminal.
What would you do if somebody put $1 million on a silver platter in front of you?
And into the minds of the cops who must corner them. Because to catch a criminal, you have to think like one.
These were clever people you were dealing with.
We were lucky it didn't blow up in our faces.
From the producer of Law and Order, Crime and Punishment premieres Wednesday on NBC.
To stay your #1 news source, WJHG has invested in the latest technology to cover your world from across the globe to your hometown. But all the technology in the world can't replace the skill and understanding of the people who use these tools. WJHG has the people committed to bringing you what you need to know, from the latest in a world that changes daily to our panhandle weather that can change hourly to up-to-the-minute sports scores. WJHG News is there to keep you informed.
This is Jeopardy!
Exercise for the mind.
Counties for 100.
Answer. Pope, Pulaski, Peoria.
What is Illinois?
Television 500.
There is the Daily Double. Time now for Double Jeopardy.
For 200, please. Who's Cleopatra?
You've just broken the tie.
World geography.
More specific.
Who's the Danube?
Plays and playwrights.
The other Daily Double.
For 800.
For 1,000.
Visit.
Correct. Final Jeopardy.
Seen any exciting television lately? Take the Jeopardy Challenge.
Weekdays at 4:30, Saturday at 5 on WJHG.
Last year, he promised you the experiences of a lifetime. Emotional experiences.
I didn't do anything that any other mother wouldn't do.
provocative experiences.
Being pregnant and not being married was thought upon.
It was a scandal. It really was a scandal then.
People all over America are tuning in for more. Share the experience. The Maury Povich Show.
Weekdays at 3 on WJHG.
Freshman legislators learn a lesson. The story at 10.
I'm one full-sized adult, so naturally, I'm big on nutrition. But there's something inside of me that still gets really pumped about frosting. But who's kidding who? This body's a shrine, and we don't put fat or salt in the shrine. Lighten up.
Relax. With Kellogg's Frosted Mini Wheats, you can have it all. For the adult in you, whole grain nutrition, fat-free and no salt. For the kid in you, lightly frosted, great taste.
Hey, I'm no dumbbell. I know what I like. The frosting.
If you're looking for the type of oil lowest in saturated fat to cook foods like these, look no further.
Chef Bert Wolf.
It's all right here. 94% unsaturated Crisco Puritan. With just 1 gram per serving, Crisco is even lower in saturated fat than olive or corn oil. Crisco's light in color. Plus, there's no heavy oily taste. It's simple. For the type of oil lowest in saturated fat, there is nothing better.
Cooks who know, trust Crisco.
If I even look at a sink full of dishes, my hands go crazy because my skin is so sensitive. But now there's something totally amazing. It's Palmolive Sensitive Skin for dishes. Just look at this bottle. It's the only one free of alcohol and the harshest irritants. It's even dermatologist tested. And about cutting grease? No problem. It does a great job on my dishes without doing a job on my hands. Palmolive Sensitive Skin. It's dishwashing made less irritating.
This is a Gold MasterCard, okay? Sure, it's got a credit line of at least $5,000, but it won't settle any unresolved issues from your childhood. Well, maybe it could. I mean, no gold card is more accepted on the planet, so you can take your parents to dinner practically anywhere and say, Mom, Dad, you raised me, I owe you a steak. It might be smart to buy them a grandfather clock to replace the one you demolished when you were 8. And if this one gets broken, the Master Purchase Plan can replace it. So, I guess a Gold MasterCard could resolve some childhood issues. Wow, Gold MasterCard. It's more than a gold card. It's smart money.
Whoa, Domino's is cooking! Because now every time you call us, we're giving you something for nothing. It's really something. Really something when you call Domino's. Now buy our new large bacon cheddar cheeseburger pizza with ground beef, bacon, mozzarella, and cheddar cheeses at regular price. And you get a medium one-topping pizza free. For zilch, nada, for free. Tell them what our guaranteed 30-minute delivery costs them. Nothing. Something for nothing when you call Domino's.
NBC presents 4 big movies, 4 big stars on 4 big nights. Friday, Jasmine Guy's a juror on a murder trial, but the real killer could be sitting beside her.
He did it!
She must expose a killer among us. Then Sunday, Connie Selica's on the vacation of her life, if she can just live to tell about it. Passport to Murder. Monday, Gina Rowland's in the hands of the enemy and giving others the courage to survive. Silent Cries. And Tuesday, Pamela Reed, a young mother whose life is shattered when her dark secret catches up with her. Woman with a Past. Jasmine Guy Friday, Connie Selica Sunday, Gina Rowland's Monday, Pamela Reed Tuesday. The movies on NBC.
Christopher Ryan of Burlington, Vermont, won't taste our medicine, and neither will Jenny Perkins of Vail, Colorado. Nor will children all across America. And we couldn't be happier. Thanks to new Children's Tylenol suspension, we surround our medicine with rich cherry flavor. It's not like other children's fever medicines. It's made a whole new way, so your child won't taste the medicine. New suspension, only from Tylenol. Finally, medicine that doesn't taste like medicine.
Your Majesty, what shall we tell them?
Tell them these Newtons are free, Reggie. Fat-free.
Enjoy fat-free Fig Newtons.
Let them eat fat-free fruit and cake.
I can't believe this incredible sense of lightness. I feel so light that I could float away. Could it be Stefan? or new I can't believe it's not butter light. After all, it does have 1/3 fewer calories than butter, no cholesterol, and of course, great taste. It must be new I can't believe it's not butter light. I don't know anyone named Stefan.
Taste the light fantastic. New I can't believe it's not butter light.
What's the difference between Velveeta shells and cheese and all the rest? We don't play around with the powder. We use only real Velveeta cheese sauce to make it the creamiest macaroni and cheese around. Velveeta shells and cheese, when creamy is what you crave.
How much pressure can you put on the tip of a nail before it breaks? It depends on how you care for it.
Skin Science Update from Vaseline Intensive Care.
I'm Joan London, and at Vaseline Intensive Care Research, they've developed a hand and nail formula containing keratin and liposomes. It softens skin and it makes nails 30% stronger. A fact you can check for yourself. They have a money-back guarantee.
30% stronger nails. From intensive research comes intensive care.
Bloodlines, Murder in the Family will return following these messages.
She went around the world to escape her ex-husband.
He is following me around Paris.
What should have been the vacation of her life. This man is dangerous. She may never live to tell about. Connie Selica, Ed Marinero. Passport to Murder, NBC Sunday.
Good evening. Coming up on 7 News at 10, 66 freshman state legislators sent to Tallahassee this year are finding out how hard it is going to be to make some changes they promised during their campaigns. In our medical report, what does a young woman do when she is faced with premature menopause? We'll examine the issue. And we'll have the latest from the standoff between police and a religious cult out in Waco, Texas. I'm Amy Hoyt. Join us for these stories and more on 7 News at 10.
If you play $50,000 money match, you can win up to $50,000 instantly. But if you don't, you won't. $50,000 money match, the new scratch-off game from the Florida Lottery. It's one game you can't afford to miss.
Want to go for a spin? I'm a wheel watcher. I'm a wheel watcher. Everybody plays.
10 years as America's favorite game. Join the celebration.
Monday through Saturday at 6:30 on WJHG.
It's America's game.
Big thunderstorms heading our way. The forecast at 10.
Prior to the murders...
I'm a morning person.
I've been away 11 days, and tomorrow I'm gonna go to Dallas, Chicago, Detroit.
What makes us all the same is that we're all different. And for all of us individuals, AT&T introduces the I-Plan, the first personalized long distance for people with their own friends, their own lives, and their own priorities. I is for simple, like calling plans without complications. People who speak your language, and 139 others. The credit card that also lets you call around the world. The AT&T Universal Card. I is for new ways to be there.
I can see you.
You can do things that used to be impossible from almost anywhere on Earth. Now imagine having your own iPad. I is for individual. Only from AT&T.
You've got a bad cough, but you've also got a sore throat and a stuffy nose. Put yourself in one place where you'll get help for all three symptoms. The Halls of Medicine, where you'll find the vapor action formula of Hall's Mentholyptus. Real medicine to make you feel better fast. 3 symptoms, 1 place. The Halls of Medicine.
So, you really like that, huh?
Oh, yeah.
It's great.
Things you never heard about a bran cereal before.
It's bran. It's what?
It's bran.
No, it isn't. Isn't bran mushy? These flakes are crunchy.
Kellogg's Frosted Bran is different. It's lightly frosted and very crunchy even in milk.
Hey, Mom, the cereal you got? That's really good.
Kellogg's Frosted Bran. It sure doesn't sound like bran.
So you like them?
I love mushrooms.
The Ragu chef makes new Ragu Chunky Garden-style super mushroom pasta sauce with as many mushrooms as these 3 mushroom sauces combined.
The sauce will be my mushroom masterpiece.
New Ragu super mushroom.
Extraordinary sauce.
Sure. Unsure. Sure. Unsure.
Sure Solid has the most effective wetness-fighting ingredient you can buy. So when dryness counts, be sure to be dry.
Amnesia. A woman lost without a past, but when Unsolved told her story. See how you brought her back home. A new mystery update. Then an interrogation that will leave you breathless.
Look me in the eyes and you tell me that you did not do it!
An all-new homicide after Unsolved Mysteries. NBC Wednesday. Arresting television.
Look inside the criminal mind.
You think you left the cops anything to work with?
I sure as hell hope not. Now, a groundbreaking drama takes you inside the mind of the criminal and the cops who must corner them.
These were clever people you were dealing with.
We were lucky it didn't blow up in our faces.
From the producer of Law and Order, Crime and Punishment premieres on NBC Wednesday.
Janine woke up in a cold sweat. She remembered that she'd gone to a party the night before and gotten smashed out of her mind. The question is, who was this guy in her bathroom? What did he look like? What had they done? How had she gotten herself into this mess? What about AIDS? Then, much to her relief, Janine realized that unlike the rest of us, she was just a cartoon. Get high, get stupid, get AIDS.
Anywhere.